Hey y'all, it's supper time. Tonight we are doing a lasagna soup, and I'm gonna make some garlic bread, and then that'll be it. I don't want to do a whole nother side, so we're just gonna throw some veggies in with the soup. So anyways, here's what we're gonna do. I've got my Dutch oven over here, and I've got one onion diced up, and I'm also gonna put a carrot in here, and I've diced them up pretty small like that. So I'm going to get these on the stove. Let's get over here. All right, so we've got the onions and the carrots in here. We're going to let these saute up for a few minutes until they get soft. The onions, not the onions, the carrots, they may take a little bit longer than the onions because they're harder. They've sort of got the density like a sweet potato, but so that's why one of the reasons why I went ahead and put this in and not at the end. So, but anyways, we're gonna let these saute up for a few minutes, and then we'll put a big heaping tablespoon of garlic powder. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I went ahead, put the garlic in, and then I went ahead and put the ground beef in, and then I had to take it off the eye, so I'm getting it back on so I can pay attention to it. But my son called, and so I had talked to him. He's a welder, and he's been working real late these last 2 weeks. But anyways, I wanted to talk to him for a minute. But anyways, we're going to let this warm back up. It is done, looks like. I'm going to take, well, it don't look like it needs really to be. It may be a little bit, but I'm going to take a paper towel and get some of this grease up. Oh, and I had a loaf of French bread that I got on sale for like $1. I went ahead and cut that up. It's over there. But anyways, and got it on a baking sheet, and we'll work with that as this gets closer to being done. But anyways, right here is this. I'm going to start putting everything in it. I'm going to season it first. And you always want to season your meat if you're going to drain something like this, like meat that has some grease that comes out of it. You want to do your seasonings after you drain it or soak up some of the grease. Otherwise, you'll be soaking up and getting rid of some of the seasonings. So I'm going to be using some onion powder, some garlic powder. I'm going to put some oregano in it. Well, I got to open this. And I'm going to put some Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to put some parsley. And then just stir that up. I had to change eyes because of that daggone stupid eye. Gets too hot all the time, and I forget about it because, anyways. All right. I've got a can of petite diced tomatoes. Now, I generally would use a small can, but I don't have a small can. So, I'm going to use a big can, and it's probably going to be real tomatoey. Which I guess I could have saved some of it, but, you know, I didn't. So, I'm just going to stir that up. I'm going to put a jar of, this is tomato, basil, garlic. It doesn't matter what kind you use. I generally get great value. Alright, I generally get great value because it generally is the cheapest option. Alright, I put that in. And now I'm going to fill that can up, this jar, up with water and I'm making chicken bouillon powder. You can very well do beef bouillon powder. In fact, I have beef bouillon powder, but I have 4 times the chicken bouillon powder, so that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to fill this up and make me up some chicken broth, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got the water in here, and I put some bouillon powder in here. I'm going to shake it up. Try to get your lid on good before you start shaking. But anyways, I like to do that so I can get all the sauce and stuff out of the jar. And put that in. Now we're going to stir that up and let it come to a good simmer. Like a good bubbling simmer. We don't want it to come to a rolling boil. We just want a good simmer, and then we'll put some noodles in. We're going to go ahead and put in some noodles. So the noodles I'm using, I know this is lasagna, but I have a little bit left of an 8-ounce box of some Banza noodles. I'm just going to go ahead and throw them in. And then I've got some, I'm using oven ready lasagna. It don't matter what kind because we're boiling them. We're boiling them anyway. So, but this is just what I had in my cabinet. I'm going to break them up and just throw them in. All right, y'all. The noodles are almost done. They still like a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and put in a bag of frozen spinach. I just opened the bag, still pretty frozen. I'm just going to put that in and let this cook about 5 minutes or so. But keep an eye on it. Break it up because it is in like, it can and will come out in big clumps, some of it. So just keep it stirred up. And then this will cook and the noodles will finish cooking. And then we can add the cheeses. All right. It is time to put all the cheeses in. So I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn it down to like 2. Because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to come to a boil or anything like that once the cheeses are in. So I've got a block of cream cheese. You very well can use ricotta. 1, I don't have ricotta. 2, don't like ricotta. So we're going to use cream cheese. And I did cube it up just because it'll melt faster and easier that way. So I'm going to put the whole block of cubed cream cheese in. And then I'm going to stir it around until it melts. I'm going to go ahead and put in some heavy whipping cream. Probably 1/2 cup to 1 cup. And stir that in. Okay, and then I'm going to put in some Parmesan cheese. I'm using the grated kind. You can shred it yourself. You can use shredded. Whatever you want. Probably about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 cup. That is. And we're going to let this go for a few minutes. So let all this integrate and melt. And then we're going to put in some mozzarella cheese. So this will be probably, let's give it about 5 more minutes. Oh, all right. I think I just put mozzarella cheese in my hair. Did I put mozzarella cheese in my hair? I don't know why I did that. But anyways, okay, so this is pretty much melted. So I'm going to put some mozzarella. I shredded it. I shredded this myself. I don't know if I'm going to use all of it. This is probably 2 cups in this. I don't think I'm going to use all of it. But I'm just going to put in a little bit at a time. And stir it up. So it don't clump up too. We are almost done. And once this gets done, I will show you everything when it's plated up. Alright, y'all, we're done. Right here we've got the soup. And it looks super good, smells super good. There it is. And then here is some of the garlic toast. Believe it or not, these they are the best looking ones. I tend to forget on broil. But anyways, so again, there is a snowstorm, an ice storm that's being expected for this weekend for most of the country, or most of this side of the country. But please, everybody, stay warm. Make sure that you've got everything you need. And if you don't have or need help, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody, to the local churches. If you need heat, if you need food, whatever, do that now, so people can help get you what you need. So anyways, if I can pray for you, if you have any prayer requests, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to pray. You all have a very blessed night. Stay warm. God bless you all.